Needless to say, 2020 has been a whole year. And if you're even watching this video after making it through 2020, you are so strong, because it may seem like you should just scrap 2021 because what's the point, right? But have no fear, Marisa is here to help you plan for 2021 the best way possible, even if there is still a lot of unpredictability. Hola my beautiful lotus flowers, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're into nerding out on everything astrology, spirituality, and self-transformation, this is the community for you. Today is all about how to set goals for 2021 and actually achieve them, even if 2021 is another super unpredictable year like 2020 was. And I know a lot of you may be feeling a bit discouraged, or maybe you're really excited because we're finally leaving the monumental year of 2020. But either way, I took into consideration what we went through in 2020 when I made this video. So that way I made sure to set up a realistic and almost guaranteed way to achieve the goals you set, even if 2021 is crazy, just like 2020. We're gonna start off the video by me telling you how to set goals. Then we're going to talk about steps to actually achieve those goals. And I really hope that this helps you, because I'm excited and I hope all of you are excited to move into 2021. First, let's talk about how to set these realistic, tangible goals for 2021. The first thing that you want to do is break your year up into 3-month increments and decide on 3 primary goals for those 3 months. Now, you may be wondering why I decided to break the year up into 4 3-month increments. And the reason for that is the farther out that you set a super ambitious goal, the more time you give yourself to fall off track, to lose the ambition that you had for the goal at the beginning of the year. So if you set up 3-month increments, you're not biting off more than you can chew. It's easy at the beginning of the year, the start of the new year, to be like, oh my gosh, by the end of 2021, I'm gonna be making $10,000 a month. By the end of 2021, I'm gonna look like Jennifer Lopez. Like, you know what I mean? You bite off more than you can chew. We all do it every single year. When the new year rolls around, we get super excited and we get ahead of ourselves. So breaking the year up into 3-month increments will make sure you don't get ahead of yourself. Now, you may wonder why I said only setting 3 goals as well. Again, this helps you not to bite off more than you can chew. It's much easier to stay focused and stay on track if you're hyper-focused on only 3 small starter goals that get you through those 3 months before setting new goals, before expanding the territory. Now that we have the year divided into 3-month increments and you're taking that into account, now decide what your 3 primary goals are going to be for those 3-month increments. In order to figure out what you want these goals to be, first think about the 3 life categories that you are most focused on right now. Maybe you're most focused on your health, focused on your finances, and focused on your spiritual journey. So those are 3 life categories that you're going to make goals around for the next 3 months. So go ahead and write down which 3 life categories you're focused on. And it's okay if you have 2 goals within a category that you're prioritizing at the beginning of the year. Whatever you want to do, mix and match how you want. Next, let's further break these 3 life category goals down into doable weekly habits and routines. So now that you have the categories that you want to focus on, what are your specific goals within each category? A pro tip that I have for you when it comes to deciding on your specific goals within each category is don't focus on the outcome, focus on the action and how you'll feel instead. For example, say you're setting a goal for the health category. Rather than saying, I want to lose 5 pounds in 3 months, which it's easy to get discouraged, or every time you step on the scale, you see you haven't even come close to it, you're gonna get more discouraged. So don't focus on that. Don't focus on the outcome that you may have in your mind that you think you can achieve in 3 months. Let go of that. Focus on the action and how you're going to feel. So instead of saying, I want to lose 5 pounds in 3 months, it's better to say, I will do at least 30 minutes of exercise 3 times a week for the next 3 months because I want to feel blank. Now, I want you to do that for each life category that you choose. But again, start small and be realistic about your goals. Simultaneously focusing on how you want to feel, saying that I want to meditate daily because I want to feel more at peace, more mental clarity, less anxious, or saying that you want to exercise or you're going to exercise 3 times a week for 30 minutes because you want to feel lighter and healthier and more in control of your body. Keeping yourself aligned with the feeling that you're going to feel when you reach your outcome is what keeps you more in alignment with your goal. If you think about it, whenever you think about the feeling that comes with something that you want, that's what gets you most excited. When you think about how happy you're gonna feel, how motivated you're gonna feel, how energetic you're gonna feel, then you get a spark. You can feel like a burst of energy in you to motivate you to achieve that goal. Lastly, when you're near the end of your 3 months, say about a week before you start your next 3-month increment, do this same process all over again. Before we move on to how to achieve these goals, be sure that you're giving this video a big thumbs up for me, please. It helps me so much, and hitting the subscribe button and the bell for me. And be sure you leave a comment down below about what you learned, what your goals are, if you're excited for 2021, how you feel about 2021, whatever you feel. But I would love to hear what your personal goals are that you came up with for the first 3 months of the year. Now let's talk about exactly how you can achieve these goals and how to set yourself up for success in 2021. First and foremost, write out your overall weekly plan, scheduling these habits into your routine for the next 3 months. I personally use a bullet journal and a wall calendar because I found that the bullet journal is the most relaxing way for me to organize myself and plan everything because I get to customize it and create it rather than feeling like I'm in a box and I'm controlled by a pre-made planner or whatever. And then same with the wall calendar. Having a wall calendar actually gives me something to look at all the time. So when I feel like I'm getting off track, I can just quickly glance at my wall calendar and be like, oh yeah, I have to do that. The wall calendar specifically, I like to use that to keep track of general things that I need to do every week. And so the wall calendar is where I'll put like my set schedule. If you have like a work schedule or whatever, I'll write that down on the calendar. Things that happen every single week that need to get done, whether it's classes, work, a certain upload schedule that I have, I'll make sure I put it on the wall calendar so I can remind myself of those deadlines every single week because they are things that happen religiously every single week. But when it comes to my bullet journal, I use that for more of the specifics. I use it more for my habit tracking. I use it more for writing down the details of certain plans that I have every week. I write down which video I'm going to be uploading. Whereas on my wall calendar, I'll just write, you know, on Wednesdays, upload at 2:30, upload at 2:30. But in my bullet journal, I'm going to write upload Capricorn rising video, upload Capricorn moon video, so on and so forth. Second, if you don't have a routine, create one for yourself. If you are trying to just wing these new habits, if you just think to yourself like, I'll just work out whenever I have time, like as the days go, I'll find out if I have time to work out. No. It has to be a non-negotiable routine when you set up these habits to achieve your goals. Because if you just wing it, then most likely you're not going to keep the motivation to do it. You're not going to be holding yourself accountable. Self-discipline really needs to be present. I won't go in depth on how to do this because it would be a long video, but find a way to structure your weekly schedule. So like I mentioned in the previous point, first factor in your obligations, the things that you have to go to, the things that you have to do every single week, whether it's work, whether it's classes, write that down first in your schedule because that's that's a non-negotiable part of your routine already if you're going to class or you're going to work, etc. So be sure you write those down first and then build your other routine around it, your self-discipline routine. So if you have class all morning on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, maybe you want to work out directly after class. So make sure you write down work out right after you get out of class. Or maybe you want to do it on days that you have off. So make sure you write it down on the days that you have off. However you see best, whatever is the most realistic and easiest way for you to stick to this routine, build it around your obligations and go from there. Do not wing it. Do not think, oh, we'll see how I feel when I get out of class. No, make it non-negotiable. Third, make these habits easily accessible to you. Now, what does this mean? Well, it's funny because our ability to have self-discipline is actually hugely because of an internal conflict that we have with our brain. We know that we want to do something or we need to do something, but our brain naturally, for survival reasons, is actually looking for the easiest way to do everything. For example, this means that if you need to work out 3 times a week, but all of your workout clothes and items are buried far back in your closet behind a whole bunch of other stuff, and you have to dig through all of it every time you need to get to your workout gear, then most likely you're gonna be more prone to becoming lazy and just being like, nah, I don't feel like it. And it sounds silly. You're probably like, I don't do that. But trust me, we all do it, and we tend to do it very unconsciously because, again, it's a conflict with our brain. It's being able to overcome that little voice in our brain that tries to tell us what to do, that tries to tell us that, you know, not to work out because it's gonna take up our energy. It tries to tell us that not to do something because it's gonna be scary. Whatever it is, that is our brain talking, and you're constantly having a battle with your brain in order to create self-discipline. But the way to work with your brain, rather than having a constant conflict, is to make things easier for it so it doesn't seem so daunting to do something. If you know that all of your workout gear is buried in the depths of your closet or your drawers or whatever, then be sure that you're taking it all out ahead of time, putting it in an accessible place, putting it in your front drawer where you can easily grab it. Whatever it is, make sure all of the items you need for your daily habit is accessible. Then you can go even a step further to make sure that you prevent this conflict with your brain and set the clothes somewhere where you can just grab them. So set your next workout outfit in a place where you can just grab it and throw it on. Maybe, like I said, you're going to work out after class or after work. Then prepare your gym bag. Get your gym bag and put your clothes in it, everything you need in it, and put it in your car so you don't forget it. Set yourself up in a way where you don't really have as much time to think about something, or it's not as hard to get going on something. Fourth, at the end of each 3 months, review your progress and express gratitude for it. Expressing gratitude for even the small steps or the small progress that you made in those 3 months is vital to continuing on the path to your goals for the rest of the year. Because if you say you did set the goal that you want to lose 5 pounds rather than doing what I recommended you do, say you did that, but then by the end of those 3 months or whatever, you only lost 2 pounds. But you stuck to your routine. You worked out every 3 days for 30 minutes. You did not miss one day. You literally got yourself out of bed, got yourself to the gym after class, and you went through it and you put in so much effort and you stuck to it. But you're not proud of that just because you only lost 2 pounds and not 5. That's crazy. That's so crazy. You know how hard it is to keep the motivation to stick to a routine, and you should be proud of that. And you should also be proud that you even lost 2 pounds. But you should also reflect on how you feel. I bet you feel more energetic. I bet you feel happier, more lively. And those are all so many reasons to be grateful for yourself and grateful for the little progress that you made in those 3 months because you stuck with it and you did make progress. So what I recommend is having a journal or something that you can track your progress in. I, again, use my bullet journal. Either at the end of your 3 months or at the end of each month before you hit your 3 months, write in your bullet journal or your journal or whatever about how you feel, what you're proud of, and what you actually achieved so far. And if you want to go the extra mile, I actually recommend writing down right now how you feel currently. So that way you can compare and contrast at the end of each month or at the end of the 3 months to how you felt originally. Maybe you feel really lethargic, you don't have energy to do a lot of things, but then at the end of 3 months, you notice that you don't feel lethargic anymore. You get better rest at night because you spend more energy in the day. Whatever it is, this will again revitalize your motivation at the end of every 3 months to keep going for the rest of the year. My 5th tip is actually a bonus tip for all of you who are up for it, but it's to do at least 5 minutes of a visualization meditation every day. Visualizing the life you see yourself living by achieving your goals keeps you in alignment with those feelings, which keeps the spark of motivation alive within you. So if you're regularly visualizing the feelings that you want to feel by becoming healthier, by becoming more spiritually in tune, and if you're constantly visualizing that image of who you're going to be by the end of the 3 months or by the end of 2021, then again, it re-sparks those feelings I talked about earlier in the video that keep you excited to move forward with your goals and keep you also in alignment with your goals. Because again, if you decide to push yourself through this routine, but you feel no gratitude, you don't feel excited, and you feel really down on yourself the whole time, then you're not in alignment with how you're trying to feel. So keep your vibration high, keep your spirits uplifted, keep yourself in a positive mindset by doing this visualization meditation every day or as often as you can throughout this time. Once again, be sure you're leaving a comment down below letting me know what your primary goals are going to be for the next 3 months and what you really learned or your favorite part about this video. And please, once again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for me. I appreciate it so much. And you can also hop over to the LaBlue Lotus Facebook community where we talk more about using astrology, spirituality for self-transformation. And you can head over to my Instagram at Marisa LaBlue where I make more personal posts, more posts on astrology and spirituality. And you can also watch these videos to help you with your journey into 2021. Thank you again so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Adios.